Welcome to Point Blank. This is your host, Panama Crypto. Today our guest is Nebraskan Gooner. Nebraskan Gooner is a crypto trader and analyst. He is co-founder of Elevate Trading, which is a paid trading platform and community for crypto and legacy markets. Welcome, Gooner. Good to have you on Point Blank.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So let's get going, Gooner. Who is Gooner?
Me, Nebraskan Gooner from Nebraska. I've been in the crypto market since 2017. You know, I rode 2017 up, saw TRX go to like 27 cents or whatever, saw XRP at 330, whatever it was. So ran through all that euphoria, and then I saw everything go down with it. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of years, is just kind of learning how the markets work, you know, how to trade. I prefer low time frames, mostly scalping. You know, I can get quick in and out, just not have to worry about the charts the rest of the day. But, you know, recently, the last week, I finally quit my normal 9-to-5 job and and I'm now full-time crypto. So super
Congrats,
excited.
man.
Yeah, it's been really nice to you know, sit out in the backyard with my pets in the morning and a really nice home cooked meal for breakfast and just kind of relax in the mornings. No rush.
It's good that you do the jump on a alt season in a bull market.
Yeah, altcoins, man. That's a great start to my self-employment, because altcoins are doing work, and I think even before the podcast started, we were just talking about, I think altcoins are going to just take off here soon. I think Bitcoin is finally ready to chill out a little bit and let Ethereum and the rest of the alts run.
How was that jump of leap of faith?
It took a lot of convincing to the wife. But I don't know if it was hard. I've been saving up money, you know, for the last couple of years now and trying to get, you know, most of my debt cleared out and everything. So I feel financially comfortable right now. It's more so just all the little ins and outs. You know, my wife's worried about 401k, which, you know, obviously I have to consider too for my retirement or whatnot. So working on some long-term solutions for that. But my wife still works 24 to 30 hours a week. So she still gets health insurance. So I'm on her health insurance. So got that covered. But no, there's just so many things you got to think about when you're, you know, full-time full-time self-employed. There's so much tax implications that go with everything, and, life insurance and things like that. So just working with lawyers and stuff like that and financial planners to get everything in order. So it's pretty exciting though. Learn a lot.
Yeah, I did my jump at the end of 18, beginning of 19. A bit scary, man.
How's it feel though?
Real good right now. I'm ready to run this L season to the top, not get chopped the fuck out.
Yeah, man. Alt season came at a good time for sure. You know, get these profits stored away for the, you know,
next 4 years.
Make up for my next 4 years, but definitely I already made up for my, you know, comp alone made up for my, you know, the yearly salary I'm missing out on the rest of the year at my normal job. So can't complain at all.
You've been killing it lately, man. I've seen your trades in Twitter.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, Trading Room app, man, I'm telling you, I've learned a lot from him last year, at the end of last year, especially. And it really, really helped my, my long-term, my swing trading, especially on altcoins for situations like this. And we have a lot of downtrends breaking, you know, and a lot of things pumping. It's like, do you want to get in? Do you want to get in at the bottom? Do you want to try to catch the bottom, or do you want to wait, you know, a week and get in 7 to 8% higher, but you have a lot more confirmation? You actually can go bigger at that point, you know? So.
So Gunnar, what is your experience and background?
So it was mostly in healthcare. You know, I grew up as a kid. I really wanted to be a doctor. And then when I got older, I decided that school was way too much for a doctor, and there's way too much debt involved with that. So I became a nurse. You know, I was a pediatric nurse. I did dialysis, actually. Took care of a lot of really, really sick kids. I worked at a hospital where we would get kids from all over the U.S. because we did a special transplant thing that other hospitals just couldn't do. So, you know, it was really cool. Helped a lot of kids. And then I became, you know, I was managing a dialysis clinic for pediatrics and watching over the hospital kids too. My nurses were. So that's kind of what I did the last year and a half or 2 years. And then I still loved it and everything, and it was really cool to be able to help kids and stuff. But I mean, I just have I really have a passion for crypto, and I have a passion for just like helping people. So that's why I want to post all this content to help people manage their risk and help people learn to not lose money. It's hard to teach people to make money, but if you can at least teach people not to lose money, that's a step in the right direction.
Nice. So what has been your best and worst decisions in crypto?
Um,
Going back to 2017,
oh man, let me think.
some PTSD.
I mean, definitely. I think we all have bear market PTSD just in general. I think we're starting to come out of a little bit. But I don't know, my best decision. I mean, I bought a lot of XRP back in 2017 at 17 cents. So that was cool. I don't know. That's a tough one. I feel like I'm happy with all the decisions I've made because they've led me to where I'm at now, like if I didn't take profit at the top in 2017, I got a little euphoric and, I let everything drop a decent amount before I actually closed out. But I'd gotten in so early, I was fine. But, if that hadn't happened, because, I was up, 10 or 15X on some coins and they went back down to like 3 or 4 or 5X. If that hadn't happened, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today because I pulled all my money out of the markets when that happened. And I said, all right, I'm going to slay this market. I'm going to learn the ins and outs of this and start putting my money back in and know what I'm doing with it, because next time this happens, I want to be able to capitalize on it. And then, I started learning how to trade and started seeing people be successful at trading and, short time frame trades and stuff. And, so yeah, then I started like realizing you could really make a lot of money doing this. And that's what came of it. So yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to think of like bad decisions I've made, probably just like FOMO trading or revenge trading, or like going against my own rules.
What about a rogue FOMO trade?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, all the time. I mean, I still do it sometimes, not as much anymore, but every time I do it, I'm just like, damn, why would I do that? So
if it was back in 2017, right now I would have had FOMO link, but I didn't.
Man, if only we knew, right? 2017, I was being smart, and putting in just a little bits at a time. And, some of these people that just sold their house and made bank, just crazy. It's just insane. So hopefully we're getting back into that. I mean, I'm already looking at some of the charts right now and altcoins are starting to perk up a lot right now. So
yeah, Algorand is ripping.
Algo. Yeah, that's a clean chart, man. That one, I don't know. I don't think that's done anytime soon.
So can you share what is your go-to trading strategy and style right now? I've seen you evolve since back in the day, man.
Yeah, I do like scalping on low time frames. The indicator Satoshi Heavy and I created is Top Goon X, and it's really good for low time frame momentum trading. It also helps on high time frames, and it's also helping just catch some of these like daily downtrend reversals. But I really like just these quick in and outs, and then that gives me the ability to use high leverage. So rather than doing like a 5x leverage trade on a 2-hour chart or whatever and sitting and waiting, I could just get on like a 25x leverage trade on a 5 or a 1 minute chart and get in and out quick and be done with it. And I've really started to learn distribution and accumulation, which has really helped me figure out where the chart's at and what levels of invalidation need to be had. So I can literally try to get in at the exact top or the exact bottom. And if it's not the exact top or bottom, I just close it instantly. So, I have a really tight risk to reward ratio there. But also catching trends. The biggest thing, especially on higher time frames, is learning trends and learning how to identify trends and what a trend actually is. A lot of people use horizontal trend lines, which is fine. I use horizontal zones because there's just so much play within a horizontal plane, especially with wicks, where you can get a crazy wick down and back up, and it is basically irrelevant. So I use more of diagonal trend lines because a diagonal trend line is actually what the word says. It's a trend, whereas a horizontal trend line is not necessarily a trend. It's just more of a support or resistance. So a lot of people, I don't think, understand that trend lines can actually be used to identify trends and understand what a trend actually is. So if you can learn how these trends work and how to trade them, it'll increase your profitability by fold, and your you're going to be able to start feeling more confident in your positions and realizing when you should buy the dip or when you shouldn't buy the dip. If you're in an uptrend, buy the dip. If you're in a downtrend, don't buy the dip. How do I know which trend I'm in? So once you can start identifying that, I think you'll see your success go up a lot for anybody listening.
This episode is brought to you by PrimeXBT, the exchange that makes possible to trade with leverage on legacy markets from a single Bitcoin-based account. What current crypto price you got going on?
Projects. What am I working on? So I've got Elevate Trading. A lot of what I do in there is a lot of teaching. I've got an educational channel I built in there, and I'm always putting content in there. Risk management is like the biggest thing people learn right away. People join. I'm like, look, you are not going to be a successful trader right away, but they learn risk management, and that makes a huge difference right there, because now they're not losing a ton of money, and then now they can start building on making money. So that's elevate-trading.com. For anyone that wants to check it out, we got memberships there. We've got, weekly trials. You can get access to indicators like Top Goon X. So that's a big thing. Another project I'm working on is a rehab program. I'm working on that with Castillo Trading. There's a lot of people that have lost a lot of money in the markets, and even in times like this, they struggle to trade because either they just don't have as much capital anymore to trade, or they've got that PTSD you talked about, where they just can't buy and hold something because they're afraid to lose money. But then they're FOMOing into things, and they're staring at the charts 24 hours a day. And if they make $500, it's irrelevant to them because they're still down 50,000. But if they lose $500, it's like the end of the world. It makes them feel depressed, and their family life is struggling, and they feel bad for their kids. And it's not just affecting their trading, it's affecting their whole life, So Castillo Trading and I are working on a program to help these people out to get back their mental sanity, and then get back to building forward and recovering from this loss, and starting to refocus their mind on focusing on different aspects of it, and not focusing on, oh, I lost $100,000 and I need to get that $100,000 back. We need to reframe their thinking, and we need to reframe we really want to help them just with their overall well-being, and then kind of start building on step by step, getting back to being able to invest. So I'm really excited for that. That'll be coming out hopefully in the next month or so. That'll be a lot of work. We want it to be a really, really good sound program. There'll be an application process for that and everything. But yeah, that's definitely one of the more exciting things I'm working on right now. I'm also working on a beginner's guide, which I feel like I've been working on for like the last 4 months, but it's finally coming together a little bit. So I'm excited to be able to share that too once it's done, and I'm hoping to have that done by Labor Day. So September 1st-ish.
Nice looking projects, man. That's
Thanks.
quite a noble endeavor.
Yeah, I'm super excited. No, really, I get so many direct messages and emails and things for people that are just like, I had $100,000 3 months ago, and now I have $3,000. So things like that. So, that's really important to me to be able to help these people because, some people get divorced over that, or they can't take care of their kids, or, this and that, or the stress of just not being able to take care of their kids. So, yeah, it's super important to me to be able to help.
So Gunnar, what coins you currently have, if you don't mind me asking?
So I've got my biggest bag right now. I moved a lot of my comp into OXT, a little bit below 20 cents, and it looks like it's actually starting to pump right now. It's up to almost 22 cents. Algo, I had a decent amount of algo, but I sold a lot of it at 45 cents just because I wasn't happy with my entry. So I made some good profit on that, and I still have some that I'm holding. So if it does like, a 5X or whatever from my entry at 35 cents, I'll still be happy. What else do I have? I bought some EOS. I'll probably start accumulating that more once I get some more confirmation on that one. And I have a little bit of XRP too. I think that's all I have. I have a really, really small amount of BAT right now. But, obviously my long-term holds that I have, but those are all kind of like more recent term entries. And I did a little short play on Link from 1670s. So tight risk on that one though.
You're not bagging any DeFi coins?
I think comp was a DeFi, right? I don't know. I mostly stick to just Coinbase alts because I'm in the US. So I don't really want to get a VPN and do all that workarounds to get on everything else. I know Binance US, I could get on there too, but Coinbase is just easy. It's easy to get my funds in and out quickly, so the fees are kind of crap. But when these big plays happen, an extra 1% fee on a big move doesn't hurt too bad. So yeah,
So,
I just keep it simple.
so you haven't dipped on the Uniswap craze?
No, man. I don't know much about that, honestly. I'm always like the last one to learn about all that stuff. I'm good at trading Bitcoin with leverage, and I'm good at buying altcoins on Coinbase and flipping them. So that's pretty much what I just do what I know. I don't try to overcomplicate it. And if I started learning all this other stuff and trying to do all these other crazy things or those low market cap coins, I'd probably just start losing money. So I'd rather just stick to what I know and what I know works for me. But yeah, there's definitely some people that make incredible money on some of those low cap market coins, or I don't know what, like Trade Ogre or whatever everyone's on, or even like KuCoin. But it's just not my style. I'm just not as good at that.
I saw that Josh Frazier was big into Yam and some other Uniswap coins.
Yeah.
And 10 days. I was
Man,
like,
Josh is
I
funny.
think Josh accounts get hacked. Doesn't feel like him.
Man, I love Josh. Yeah, him and I are good friends. We talk a lot. Man, he's all into that stuff. He's up he'll be sending me messages at like 2 a.m. saying he bought some random ass. I don't even know what all these things are called. Yeah, he's having fun with that. He's doing really well too. It sounds like he's making some pretty good money flipping those, which is really cool because he's more of a swing trader anyway. So he's always said he wants me to teach him to scalp and whatnot. But no, it's fun to see him really making some big plays on some of this stuff and making some good money because I can't do that on those low caps. I'd probably buy and it would drop like 25% in an hour. Like that would be my luck on those.
So what do you think about centralized exchange versus decentralized exchange? Do you think the centralized exchange will eventually catch up to centralized exchanges?
I think it has to for mass adoption. There's just so much risk that goes along with a lot of these exchanges right now. So at some point we need something, safer. Like we need, I don't know, like a TD Ameritrade for crypto trading, or just something that people feel more confident about, because these exchanges, I mean, even Binance, sure, CZ, he might have good morals and values and stuff, but there's always some weird stuff. It always seems like there's some odd things going on in the background. Or even Coinbase, Coinbase, I mean, I don't know, I'm not going to speak badly about them, but more so like there's clues of like insider trading in the past, or like just with anything crypto related. There's a lot of, and I'm sure it happens in traditional stocks too, but I think it happens even more so in crypto. And why not insider trade right now? There's no reason not to. There's no regulations on it, so you can't really be mad at these people for doing any of that stuff. But we definitely, to get the big guys in and to get a lot more people involved and looking at it and taking it seriously, we need to get rid of these scam things that have been going on, where Elon Musk's account was hacked and Bill Gates and things like that. I think crypto gets a bad name from a lot of that stuff, and from not having like a really, really safe platform to effectively trade a wide range of currency.
I'm just looking forward, like Serum, decentralized leverage exchange that just launched this week. Some of Alameda was mentioning that it's going live this week, so I'm ready to test that out.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Probably cool. It's going to have like some hiccups because probably it's an alpha or maybe a beta.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
From my experience, all the decentralized exchange I've tested are crap, including Uniswap. Like, in order to get any sort of coin, you of the bat need to pay like $15 in fees. Like, that's insane.
Oh, wow. Jeez, I did not know that. Yeah, I haven't used that, but yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, even Coinbase, their fees are just absolutely ridiculous. Even to buy or sell Bitcoin, if you sell one Bitcoin, I think you get like a $400 or $500 fee on that. And not only that, but if the price of Bitcoin's at, 11,500, you want to sell your Bitcoin on there, then it'll charge you like, it'll give you like 11,300 as your price, and then it'll charge you a $300 or $400 fee. Like, I know you can use Coinbase Pro to avoid all that, but just for these people that don't
I saw Larry Cermak has shared like a comparison of fees, and Coinbase was the highest with something like 1% of fees.
I think it's 1.5% for each transaction. So to buy, you pay 1.5%, and then to sell, you pay 1.5%.
Crazy.
I think
That's a reason to move to Level, I guess.
Yeah, Level and no fees for sure. Well, and they have banking and stuff. So I mean, that's really cool for sure. Level is I think Level is awesome. It's just not available in Nebraska yet, unfortunately, or else I'd be using it all the time. But yeah, they have banking, a debit card. So it's all cool stuff. And they just dropped a new app too. So yeah, lvl.co/Gooner. If anybody wants to check that out.
For someone with zero technical analysis knowledge, what would you recommend them to cram on?
So lately I've been recommending Karush AK. So if you go to @Karush AK on Twitter, I've been recommending his content a lot just because he's putting out all this free educational content. And it's super time consuming, all this stuff he's putting out too. So if you go to his YouTube page though, I think the first thing that shows up is a big technical analysis video. For learning the basics, so definitely that's a great start. Obviously in my, trading group, I teach a lot, but also I'm working on a beginner's guide as well. So once that's out, that'll be a big reference I'll be sharing with people, and I'll, either have it in my bio on Twitter or I'll be pinning it on my page or something.
Any specific on that one?
It'll be a lot of it'll be like a lot of indicator, like how to use indicators, how to use TradingView, or how to read candles, how to read volume, supports, resistances, trends, things like that. Just a big overview of the basics just to get you started. If you're not sure how to trade or not sure how to read a chart, you can go on there and it'll give you a nice brief understanding. Then maybe you can go to a chart now after this and at least understand it and be able to interpret it a little bit better, kind of build a base.
I ask because if this is really the beginning of all season, we're going to see a massive influx of newcomers into space.
Oh, for sure.
The first 100%. Thing they're going to start asking is this sort of questions.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I want to get that beginner's guide out, because I think that'll be really helpful. And I think there'll be a lot of demand for it too.
So Gooner, what's your overall market forecast for the next few months, pre-election wise?
I don't know, man. I almost just assume everything will pump like crazy because that's what's been happening. Why not just pump it all over, max out everything, and then it'll probably just friggin' tank like no other after. But it's so hard to say, Yeah. I will enjoy we'll enjoy these pumps while they're here, and then we'll kind of play it week by week. But I haven't done too much long-term forecasting right now, other than like my daily swing charts for my altcoins. And that is kind of riding the wave right now.
So who do you think is gonna win the elections?
I have no idea.
Coin toss.
Whoever can rig it more in their favor is what it sounds like at this point, because it just seems like whoever can blackmail each other the best.
Crazy times, man.
Sad. Yeah, it's definitely sad.
And with that though, we end our episode. I'm honored to have Gooner on Point Blank. Thanks for coming on, man. Can you tell us where we can find you?
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. Twitter, Nebraskan Gooner, and on YouTube. I'm trying to grow my YouTube video and get a lot more content out for everyone. So please subscribe to me on there as well. It's Nebraskan Gooner on there. And thanks again for having me.
My honor, man. We've been talking for quite a while now. First time we speak directly.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man.
Same to you.
Nice to put a face to all the boobs that I see.
I only post boobs like once a week. Not anymore.
I'm not complaining.
All season, we need to put more TA out.
No, more TA, tits and ass, right?
Exactly. Thanks for listening. Until next time, peace. This episode was brought to you by PrimeXBT, the exchange where you can trade without KYC on legacy markets with your Bitcoin. You can trade commodities like gold, silver, oil, even indexes and forex. Join now and get a 50% bonus on top of your deposit for trading at u.primexbt.com/Panama.